This might be the most frustrated I've felt after a Mariners game this season. 3-1 defeat at home to Western United. Just not good enough in the end. Yes, there were positives from this performance. There were moments in this game where we did look good. And I think overall, this game probably was an improvement from last week's devastating 4-0 loss at home as well to Western Sydney Wanderers. But still, overall, just like not enough quality, especially in the final third, to finish off those chances that we did create. First of all, let's talk about the lineup that we saw heading into this game. A few changes for the Mariners. Mark Jackson bringing Dylan Perech-Cullen back into the goalkeeper position. Obviously, Adam Pavlicic had a pretty shaky performance, to say the least, against Western Sydney Wanderers last week. Kazeski in at right back ahead of Stormaru, I thought was a good change. I did like that move. Kazeski just provides a whole lot of energy and pace on that right-hand side, and I thought he was one of our better players tonight. Christian Theohara starting on that right-hand side as well. We know Sainsbury was out suspended, so it was Kaltak and Paul in the centre of defence. Again, DiPizio and Quell partnering each other up top. And I was maybe half expecting to see McCalmont return to the starting lineup. He came off the bench and had a decent impact, replacing Harry Steele relatively early on in that second half as well. Overall, for the lineup, I thought we had enough there, on paper to at least compete with West United. We should say, of course, as well, West United have been one of the top teams this season, and I think they showed that tonight with the quality of their goals. Their intensity going forward when they won the ball. On many occasions, they were just flying forward, and it really caught us out. And that's, I think, what happened with the first goal. The first half was overall pretty quiet. I thought defensively we were pretty solid, quite well organised, and that second half really sort of sprung into action pretty early on there in that second half, didn't it? Noah Botic, 52nd minute, his 10th goal of the season. Really disappointing, sort of the way we were caught out on our right hand side, and Weston got in behind and passed it through, square ball for the finish, a tap in goal, and again we've seen that happen quite a few times at the back for the Mariners. Just disappointing to concede that kind of goal. And then from there, West United, I thought really, sat back quite a lot, and it allowed Mariners to really get forward and pin Western back in their own half. And I thought, in terms of our chance creation, I thought we were pretty good tonight. It's an area of the game that I think we've really struggled in for most of this season, is creating chances. A lot of our shot stats, across most games have been relatively low, and this game was a big improvement, I think, in that department. I think it's one of the positives from this game, and I think that probably comes from the lineup and the hard work of the likes of Moragas, who was very good on that left hand side as always. I thought Hayne Ames again had a very solid 90 minutes in the middle of the park. As mentioned previously, Kazeski, I think I'd probably stick with him at right back, going forward. Right back or right centre back when shifting into sort of that three at the back setup. Miguel DiPizio probably had his best game of the season as well. I thought he was pretty lively in this matchup as well. Alukual, we should quickly mention him. Hopefully he's okay. We know he looks to be injured in that first half and came off at halftime. So hopefully he is all right. So look, chance creation was there. It was good. The positives were there, and there was a good energy in the stadium as we were, 1-0 down, but really pushing, and the momentum was with the Mariners, and we finally got that equaliser, 76th minute. The own goal from Imai, great work on that left-hand side from Moragas. With a dangerous delivery, and when you play a ball like that, it is always dangerous for defenders. But the way we conceded just 5 minutes later, Luke Vickery scoring for West United in the 81st minute, super disappointing. And again, just paper thin defending. It was so disappointing to see again. Dizzle Harrington, who had only just come on and has had some really good games this season. Harrington, he's had limited minutes, but I liked what we've seen from Harrington. But Kazeski and Harrington just being beaten too easily on that right-hand side, and West United were clean through and scored another really, really nicely worked goal. And, from there, of course, we go to, we're chasing the game once again, and we're really, really pushing. And again, I think the energy was there. We were creating those opportunities. But the stat that sort of really stands out as we look at the stats on Google, 17 shots, 3 on target. It sort of sums up the season in some sense. Our sort of failure to take those opportunities. When we have occasionally gotten into those promising positions, we just haven't had the quality to take those chances. And that's what separates the good sides from the not so good sides, I guess. You look at West United, their stats in this game, 16 shots, 10 on target. You know, they were really, really dangerous in front of goal, created some great chances, and they took 3 of those chances, didn't they? 3 shots on target. I mean, there was clear-cut opportunities for Faisal in that second half, for Duarte, who had a great opportunity. Mikael Doka had a good chance in that first half that he lobbed, high over the bar, so high it went over the video screen behind the goal. We need to obviously work in that department, because it's not just this game. It's so much, so many games throughout this season. We just haven't been clinical in front of target. Just 21 goals in 19 games this season. As we look at the ladder, Mariners 10th. We are still now just 7 points off Western Sydney Wanderers, who currently sit in 6th at the time of this recording. Goal difference doesn't help us at all. I mean, we're down to -13, which is the 3rd worst in terms of like goal difference overall in the competition. We are, not too far away of Brisbane Roar in terms of goal difference in that department. So it's looking less and less likely, obviously, with this result, that we are going to play finals football this season. Man, it's another agonising performance, result, considering the performance we put in, considering some of the chances that we created. Just so frustrating that we couldn't at least come away with a draw. Probably would have taken that, but as we know, at this point in the season, we just need to win games. We need to win games, and looking forward, tricky matchups coming up against, the likes of Auckland FC, against, Melbourne Victory as well. Tough matches, man. Really, really difficult tests. And at this point, I would really urge Mark Jackson to shake things up. Why not? At this stage of the season, why not? It doesn't really matter, necessarily sort of trying to find the right system, the right balanced sort of way to play. All that matters now is just winning games. At this point in the season, we got to put out a team who is going to win football games and score goals. So many times this season that has just hurt us. 19 games overall, just the 4 wins. And again, like the thing that really, really hurts as Mariners fans here on the coast is 1 win at home. 1 win at home in the A-League men's competition this season is just, to be fair, it's unacceptable from a team who's, won the A-League championship the last 2 seasons back to back. But of course, it goes without saying. I mean, we can talk at nauseum about the players that we've left, that have left the club, the injuries that we've had, and those, sort of those situations. But still, we need more from this team, and I think the squad that we do have, we should be achieving more. We should be higher up the ladder, and we just haven't had it this season. So hopefully we see a bit more sort of experimentation. I wouldn't mind it going forward for the future games. Huge tests coming up against some of the top teams in competition in Melbourne Victory and Auckland FC. We'll see what Mark Jackson does for those couple of games. Hopefully the results do come. We are still in it mathematically, but it is starting to slip away. So it's a frustrating night for Mariners fans. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the like button on the way out. My name's Lockie, and I'll see you in the next one.